Good evening. We're here at the Midweek Faith Lift. Today is Wednesday, March 2nd. We're here with Laura Noyes, Unity of Chattanooga new board member. Welcome, Laura.
Yeah,
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
Doug Worth is back with us again.
Yep, Reverend Doug,
Yep.
you're gonna see more of me in the future.
Yeah. We actually have a Sunday in-person service coming up this Sunday,
Yeah, this coming Sunday,
March 6th,
right?
10:30. We're going to have Laura Noyes do her, what is it called? What is this thing?
I don't know what to call it.
We're calling it something. What do we call it? I think we're calling it the
Mindful movement meditation.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about that mindful movement?
It's something I've been doing for years now.
Mhm.
I started in ballet. Well, I've just always been active all my life, and I always love being active. And I think through Qigong and yoga and dance, I've developed my own little thing, and I don't even know what to call it, but I do a lot of deep breathing, and I allow the breath and the music to align me and move me. And so what
It's
my
a
thought
personal spiritual practice that you've developed.
is, it is, and
Yeah.
it's simple and easy and fun.
And so you're going to be doing this for us this Sunday, 10:30.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. And what does this spiritual practice do for you? And what will it do for us if we follow you and do it?
Oh, thank you.
Mhm.
That's a great question. I find this
Don't worry
is
about it. This is my
centered.
phone.
Okay. I find when I start deep breathing and becoming conscious of my breath throughout the day, more and more and more, I get closer to myself. I start to recognize the God within myself, the inner peace that can guide me all the time. I get in touch with it through my breath. So I try as much as I can throughout the day to think, I'm breathing. Okay, I'm breathing. Let's get in touch with that. Let's just do it right now. Just come into yourself, just look inside yourself and watch yourself breathe for a few breaths. Notice the way as you start paying attention to your breath, you become calm. You start just noticing the way the breath feels coming into your chest, the freeness that you allow the exhale to leave your body. And I find the more I concentrate on my breath and movement, the more I realize that every time I breathe, I'm reconnecting with my heart center. And I recognize, okay, so when I start deep breathing again, I recognize, what was I thinking about? Was I on that hamster wheel of he said, she said, I wish they hadn't done this,
Right.
and I'm mad about that. So if you do find yourself getting on that hamster wheel, or you realize once you start breathing that you were on that hamster wheel, then you have a choice to remember, I'm a beloved child of God.
I have a technique that I can use to switch.
That's
Okay?
right.
It's not just a matter of doing it all in your head. You've got some physical motions and some physical practices that will help you bring you back to that center.
Now,
That's
do you do this
right.
every day? Okay.
Yeah. I do this every day in my living room. And I would be delighted if people would start doing it on their own
Right,
for
yeah.
10 minutes in the morning, just 10 minutes in the morning. Because I find that if I do it for whatever long I do it, that then throughout the day when I'm going and filling the car up with gas or washing my dishes
Right.
or walking with a friend,
You can do it anywhere.
you can do it everywhere and
Yeah.
anywhere. And
You
it's
know-
just a matter of remembering that you're breathing.
The other interesting thing about it, you know, you talk about it starts with the breath. Every spiritual discipline that I am aware of, okay, yoga, especially Vipassana,
Qigong,
Qigong,
meditation.
Meditation.
all of them
Yeah.
starts with your breath.
How come is that? How come is that? Because we are breathing all the time.
Wow.
We
Wow.
cannot live without breathing. As soon as we quit breathing, we cease to live. So
Well, the other thing too is it breaks the thought. In other words, you take your thought to the breath, and the idea is concentrate on the breath. It's in Vipassana, it's called training the puppy. Okay. In other words, when your mind is doing the monkey mind thing, okay, whether the hamster wheel or the monkey mind, same thing. When that's going on, then the idea is to bring it back
recenter.
and start focusing on your breath. And as you focus on your breath, and all the other chatter comes up, refocus. You know, and then as you do that, pretty soon all that stuff quiets down.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I have a mantra I use that helps me when I come back to the breath. Helps me to remember who I am. It is this. You inhale and say, God is within me. And you exhale. And you inhale again and say, I am within God. And you exhale. And you inhale again and you say, God and I are inseparable.
Wow.
Because that is the basis of all our conflict, all our angst, all the challenges that come up in life are challenging us. Are we still saying, I'm separate from God?
Wow. Right.
Or have we started, through our breath and through our spiritual practices, to realize that we are inseparable from God?
Right.
And that's the truth.
And that's what this practice does. It brings us together with God.
You know,
It's just another way to tune in with God.
Yeah.
And we all have that capability. We all have our different spiritual practices.
Right.
This is just mine.
And
And
Laura,
this
is there any way that we can get a demonstration today on camera for the viewers?
yeah,
to see?
if you all will do it with me.
I will. Now do you have, now
you gotta twist my arm
Okay.
first.
now, do you
I
have,
promise it's easy.
don't, I'm not in the best of shape, so don't wear me out. But, anyway.
No, you don't have to be in any shape. As a
Good,
matter of
good.
fact, if you want to, you can stay right here at the edge of your chair and
Okay,
do
cool.
everything that
Okay.
we're going to do.
This might be something we'd like you to do every day for us, maybe in the morning time on video with the viewers,
Well,
you know?
If you do it with me enough, then all of a sudden you'll realize that you can do it by yourself.
Okay.
All you do is put on your favorite music, whatever your favorite music is that day, even.
Yeah.
Put on your favorite music and stand up or sit
Probably
at the
not
edge of your
AC/DC,
chair.
but.
No, you don't want to do it. You don't
Anything you want. Anything you want. You're in your own living room. You can move any way you want.
Cool. Well, I know you have your cell phone here.
Let's
You have
do
your
it.
music on there?
Uh-huh.
Cool. So do we need to stand up and get into a little okay? Let's.
Just sit at the edge of your chairs. We're going to start at the edge of our chairs, and we're going to start with our breath, and then we're going to stand up and move.
Okay.
And I will let you know what to do.
Okay.
And it'll feel comfortable
Yeah.
and
She just calmed me down.
natural.
That's good.
I just
We
want
might need to get her on the
My
podcast
brother-
every week.
My brothers, I've got a brother, my middle brother, who's so good for me. I chatter. All of a sudden, he and I'll be together, and I'm and he'll say, take a deep breath, Laura.
She just did it for me. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah, take a deep breath, Laura. And I'm like, oh, thank you, darling. And I just,
Breathe. You.
it just recenters you. It just reminds you that you're okay.
You know,
That you're
for 10 years, when I was doing the church, first of all, I would get up with an opening prayer, and usually Landis would have a song. He'd take a bridge in the middle, quiet. I'd get up and do a prayer, and it always started with the same thing. It was always, I'd take a deep breath, and I'd say, God is here, right now. And that's exactly what you're doing. Yeah.
And you're going to be speaking this week
Yeah, this
on
Sunday.
God is love and everywhere present. Am I right?
That's right. That's
I
exactly.
think we're going to
Awesome.
do
Well,
the
that-
5 principles, no?
Yeah, it is. That's,
Oh, that's
number
That's
one.
the first
Oh,
of
that's
the
number one.
5
Okay, cool.
principles.
That's number one.
So we're looking forward to
Yeah.
that series. So we're going to be at Red Bank Community Center every Sunday this month and next month.
And
so,
next month.
So if you're in Chattanooga area, come on out and visit us. And, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's give this
Yeah.
a try.
Okay, good.
Get some nice, pleasant background music.
I'm going to.
No Led Zeppelin.
We're going to do something very mild here. We're going to do Deuter. But don't expect it to get a little bit, don't be surprised if it doesn't get a little bit wilder than this as time goes on. Oh, it's
Here it
on.
is.
Yeah,
I'm
it's on.
sorry.
I can hear it.
Yeah, let's turn it up a little bit.
That's so nice.
That's neat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's nice.
You're
I'm
the-
done.
You're the one that brought Deuter into our lives with that meditation you used to do on Wednesday afternoons.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
That's where Keith learned of Deuter. Okay, so let's all, wherever you are and wherever we are, get to the edge of our chairs and notice movement starts when you recognize your breath, because you cannot breathe without moving. So all I'm going to ask us to do at the beginning is to close your eyes if you feel comfortable, and just start always start with 3 deep breaths. Let's inhale through our nose and exhale through our mouth. We can even blow it out. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Blow it out. I use breath throughout the week, throughout the day, whenever I recognize that I'm breathing. I use breath. Oh, that's too loud.
Might be a little loud, yeah.
I use breath to remind myself of who I am. I'm a spiritual being having a physical experience. I'm connected with the God of the universe. And every time I breathe in, I recognize that I'm breathing in God. And when I'm breathing out, I recognize I'm still breathing God. And I start to realize that I can accept the love of God. As I inhale, I can imagine accepting the love of God. And I often find when I start breathing that my hands come up beside me and I open my palms. This might be a good time to stand up. You can sit down or you can stand up, whatever you feel
I'll
like.
stand.
Okay. And as you inhale, start to lift your arms up. Sometimes I feel like my arms and my hands are antennae for maybe a higher thought pattern. What I've found I love about unity is that it opens us up to thinking new thoughts. And it says, right in its 5 principles, that God created us in His own image. By His breath, He created us in His image. To be creators, to be love incarnate. And that's what we're all here to do here on earth. So as we breathe in nice and deep and breathe out nice and deep, start to take your hands, move them forward and back. I lift my arms a whole lot in my movement. You know why?
Why?
Because what are we doing most of the day?
Down
We
down.
got our hands down,
Right,
our
that's
arms
true.
down. So in unity, we learn to think new thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And if we learn to make new movements that are connected with our breath, then we start to open our minds in new ways
Mm-hmm.
to new possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just stand here and breathe and move our arms in and out. Almost think of yourself as an amoeba. Smallest life form, right? Let's think of ourselves as an amoeba. And as we breathe in, we're accepting anything the universe has to offer. All the good, all the love. And as we breathe out, we just breathe out our whatever we don't need anymore.
Release and let it go.
That's right. Now, whatever way you're moving, whatever way you happen to be moving, I'm usually always moving from side to side. I'm moving my legs, I can move my knees, whatever way I'm moving. Start to get in touch with how your body's feeling. Let's start with our necks and our shoulders. Oh, we hold a lot of tension in our necks and our shoulders. You can close your eyes if you want to. Become mindful of your neck, your shoulders. Start to pull your breastbone forward, your lower ribs back a little bit. And start to, let's root down from the soles of our feet down through the floor. Imagine the energy that we are going down into the earth and coming back up from the earth, going up to the heavens and coming back down through the heavens. Notice that the energy that we are is not confined to the body.
Wow.
It can go up, it can go down.
Mhm.
We can be rooted and soulful. We can be spiritual and deep at the same time that we're living our lives. We're going to the grocery store, paying for our groceries. We're chopping our vegetables.
Right.
You know, whatever we do, when we're driving in the car, start breathing and start remembering that the universe is for us. Breathe in the love of the universe. And then once we start breathing in the love of the universe, come on, keep moving, honey.
Yeah.
The more we move, the better it is for us. We've got places in our bodies that are tight
Yeah.
because of years of grudges,
Come on, Doug. Move that
resistance.
All the way over,
Here, let's move this way. Let's move this way.
Doug. Okay.
All right.
Stretch forward with one hand and then the other.
Okay.
Well, you know what, guys? I think that we're gonna need to tie this up a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's get back to
What do you want to get back to?
Yeah. So
I'm stretching out I separated my shoulder a little while ago. It's starting to feel better already.
I'm telling you, once you pay attention to yourself and move so let's take our breath and move it to whatever part of our body wants it. I'm finding my neck and my shoulders are wanting it. So let's breathe in and feel that health coming into our bodies. If God loves us, then we are whole and complete, as we are right now.
yeah. Well, we only have 15 minutes, and I think we're about out of time.
3 more minutes.
We got 3 more minutes. But I want to thank Laura. Can we turn that
Yeah,
down?
you want to
We're
sit
gonna-
down again?
Yeah. Laura, thank you so much for that demonstration. You wore me out. I'm going to have to go and take a nap. No. But thank
The
you.
more you move, the better you're going to feel all the time.
Mhm.
And if we just start to move in our everyday lives, say we're washing dishes at the sink. And so if you're washing the dishes at the sink, just start going. Just take your leg out.
Yeah.
Take your other leg
Wow.
out. This reminds you to breathe in and up, to hold your core muscles engaged and up. So just, I'm washing my dishes, but I got
Yeah.
something going on other than that. Turn on the music more often. Breathe
Hey, I tell
deeper
you,
more often.
If I see somebody washing dishes doing this, man, I know they got something I want.
That's right. And I remember
You get everybody washing the dishes, then they can paint the fences and everything else,
I remember John saying one time that he always cooks dinner with the music on.
Yeah.
I do too.
I play music all day back in the house.
Yeah.
I just don't dance. I probably need to start.
Oh, you
doing
gotta
that.
start
Yeah.
dancing, yeah. Just move whatever part of your body
Yeah.
is feeling like it needs to be expanded.
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to you being with us this Sunday. If you want to come out and participate in this movement mindful exercise, come on out at 10:30. We're going to start at 10:30.
Uh-huh.
We're going to go from 10:30 to 10:45, and then we're going to have the 11 o'clock service with Reverend Doug.
Right.
And Reverend Doug's going to do the 5 unity principles. You're
Well,
going
I'm
to
just
start with
gonna
number
do
one.
the first one, you
Number
know.
one, we're going to do that.
Yeah.
And so again, I want to thank Laura for inviting us to her home. Thank you so much. Looking forward to seeing you on Sunday. Looking forward to
I'm
seeing
looking
you.
forward to being a part of the board. I'm looking
I
forward
was-
to seeing what that's all about.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And we actually have our first meeting tomorrow, you know.
No, I didn't know that.
Well, I'm gonna, I should have I thought I'd let you know.
When?
It's tomorrow, I'll let you know.
6:30.
Yeah.
Zoom.
Yeah.
It's a Zoom meeting, 6:30.
I sent you an email, but
You're
so busy, you're busy.
terrible
Yeah.
about checking my emails. I get way too many
I figured when
emails
I
for
was-
things that I don't care about.
Right.
So I need to,
I figured when I saw you, I would tell you about it, yeah.
good.
Time's up. Bye, guys.
Hey,
Bye,
thanks
it's
for
nice to
joining
be
us,
with
and
you.
Laura, thanks for being with us this
Thank you.
morning, and we're looking forward to seeing you on Sunday.
Looking forward to seeing all y'all.